Hey, happy day. A liberal leader trying to help its citizenry is kind of like a blind person walking into a dark room looking for a black cat. It can't be done, right? So it's not a nice thing. And they're always kind of doing that. They're saying, we're here to help. Ronald Reagan said it so well. He said the most dangerous words in the whole world are, we are the government, we are here to help. They can't help. They couldn't get a two-person barbecue fired up. And it's a little bit spooky. But they do work at doing what they do, and that, of course, is to make sure that they can outdo the citizenry, the people who pay them. I want to compare public companies and politics, countries. Work with me on this. I'm reminding you really of things that you already know. But let's start with a public company. So you have a company, there's 20 million shares outstanding, there's a whole bunch of shareholders, and they're happy. They invested their money, they invested their time, and they had a model. And they acted accordingly and they built it. And then one day at a board meeting, a shareholders meeting, they elected some crazy guy that they should not have, but he ran and he looked pretty, had a nice smile, so they elected him. He became the CEO. And then he said, dilution. I like the word. These guys, 20 million people, call it, have 20 million shares, call it. So I need control, because no matter what I do right now, they can vote me out. So I'm going to dilute them. So I'm going to go out and I'm going to offer packages, prepay packages to other people that have different ideas, different cultures, different language, different everything, and a different idea about business. I'm going to issue them 10 million shares. Then, a little while later, I'm going to issue them another 10 million shares. Pretty soon you have 40 million shareholders, and half of them go with the leader, and half do not. Half say, oh, hold it here. This was my place. We built this. It was our money and our effort, and you've messed it all up. And what happened here? How did this happen? Now let's roll over to a country, and you have Canada. Used to have 20 million people. And then liberal people came into power, and they said, we can't beat these people. They've got a model. They built it. They cut the trees down. They fought the wars. They did so much for the country, but we have to win. We can't win with them here, so let's dilute them. So we're going to bring in more people of different cultures, different nationalities, and we're going to give them things when they get here, so they're going to like us forever. We're going to pay for their schooling, we're going to pay for their trip, and we're going to make it easy. We're going to open the border. So millions and millions of new people come in, shareholders, and they vote different than the other people, and the other people say, but hold it, it's my company, it's my country. Doesn't matter, here I'm stacking the deck. What can you do? I mean, Biden, that's what he's done. There might be 25 million people illegally in the United States, might be more. And like he did with the students, almost 1 million of them, he forgave their debt. He's trying to do that with all of these newcomers because he treats them nice. I think he treats them badly because he gives them free stuff and they sit and they wait for more. They're not helping somewhere. I get it, but the majority are not. But he's somehow going to work it so they're there for the dilution. Vote my way. We're going to change the model, the business model of the country. And of course, the Prime Minister in Canada is doing that as well. So everything changes. But guess what? The shareholders didn't vote for this. They're the ones that put their effort in. They're the ones that fought the wars. They didn't vote for this. And yet it's happening. It's happening right in front of them. So now let's go back to public company. There's a little animal called a rollback. A rollback means when you have too many shares in a company, call it 100,000 shares now, you can say, this is too many, it's hurting us in the marketplace, we're going to do a 10-for-1 rollback. So the 100 million becomes 10 million, okay? So President Trump has said, elect me. I'm going to do a rollback with the country. I'm going to round them all up and I'm going to deport them. People say, how could you do that? Well, hold it. Eisenhower did it. After World War II, there was 10 million people. He called them wetbacks. He coined the word wetback. He did. Because Mexicans swam across the border. Their backs were wet. And he said, this ain't politically correct today, is it? Eisenhower said, I'm going to get these wetbacks. They got to go home because all of our men are back. And they need to work. Our men, our women, they're back from the war. And these wetbacks have all the jobs. So he rounded them up and he sent them back. And Trump is saying that he's going to do the same thing. I'm going to do a rollback. Public companies. Do you get it? And it's not in the best interest of the stockholders of a company to go and dilute the heck out of them. It's not good. It's not what they signed up for. Oh, but why do you care about them? You're a politician. Some do, and Trump He's got his moments. I got to tell you, he's the best. He's got the best message. He ain't the best messenger, but his message is good and it's strong. So we can only hope that he wins. Upwards to 70% of all Republicans now say they're going to vote for him, and I think that's a great thing. We need a rollback in that country. We need a rollback in Canada. We need rollbacks in a lot of countries. Oh, I don't like people. I'm saying get rid of them. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying if you're in a place illegally, you need to go. Come back. Come back legally. Fill out the forms. I did that. I got to tell you, it was onerous, expensive. Time. I had to have medical, all kinds of things to get into the United States of America. I should have just flown to Tijuana and walked across. Hey, y'all come back. See ya.